What's up, you guys? This is Mega Drive Adam here, and I thought I'd show off my movie collection for 2020. This mostly ranges from Blu-ray to my big DVD collection, which the majority of them are just some random animes I found at Goodwill for like $2.99 each. And I bought all of them together one day, and it all came out to $100. But that's a story for another time. And of course, my one lonely lonely VHS movie you see right there. But without further ado, let's get started. Starting off with my one lonely VHS, my VHS I had, and it so happened to be a Nickelodeon VHS. That being the Rugrats All Grown Up special from 2001. When I remember seeing this special, but not on TV when it first aired. I remember seeing it on VHS way back when, and I don't have a VHS player at the moment, but once I get my hands on one, I'm definitely gonna give this a watch because I haven't seen this special in years. And even if you try finding this special online, if you try looking for this special on YouTube or whatever else on the internet, you're not gonna find it because, like, at least the full special, you might see clips or whatever, but regardless, you might not be able to find the full special. So hopefully sometime next month I'm able to buy a VHS player so I can actually watch this thing. But yeah, the All Grown Up special from Rugrats. I used to love Rugrats when I was a kid, way back in the day. So yeah, the Rugrats All Grown Up special, only VHS movie I have. We'll put that right there. And now we're gonna get to the DVDs. But before we get to the ones with cases, let's get started with the ones without cases. Alright, so first one we have here is March of the Penguins, which I heard was a very disliked documentary kind of thing. And of course we got the G.I. Joe series right here. Then of course we got Family Guy, something Dark Side, the digital copy of it. As well as a bonus promotional disc that came with an issue of Nintendo Power I got way back in like 2011. 8 Crazy Nights. You're gonna see this movie again in my cases because I actually do have this movie twice. And then we got SmackDown vs. Raw. Get Smart. Brascolet. I haven't seen that in a while. School for Schmucks. Have never seen it. Kill Bill Volume 2. Such a good movie. I don't have Volume 1, but I have Volume 2, and Volume 2 is pretty good. And South Park Passion of the Jew. Let's put that bitch back in here. South Park Passion of the Jew. The Punisher. This is Dark Souls 3. This came with my copy of Dark Souls 3 for the PS4 back in 2017. This is the soundtrack to it. As well as Final Fantasy Advent Children Disc 2. And It's a Trap once again. Matilda. Batman Superman Apocalypse, and Batman Superman Public Enemy. And of course, Disc 1 containing the actual movie of Advent Children. If you want a Final Fantasy VII experience, just play the fucking game, honestly. Hulk vs. Thor. The Simpsons movie. This is the pirated version. I gotta get around to buying a Blu-ray of it, because this like pirated disc or whatever has the worst quality you can ever see on a fucking DVD. So yeah, I do intend on buying either a Blu-ray copy of this or a Blu-ray copy of this at some point, or just watching it on online somewhere. I don't know. And we got Hulk vs. Wolverine, Terminator 3 Salvation. I remember not liking that. I remember I liked it back in the day when I was a kid, but like now, not so much. Family Guy Volume 6, Disc 1. Black Lagoon, Doctor Strange, The Brothers Solemn, and of course this Tony Hawk Boo Boom Sabotage movie that I've never even seen before. Hold on, let me get a chair for this shit. Alright, I might want to sit down for this because this might take a while. So grab your popcorn, your beer, your water, your soda, your pizza, whatever you're gonna get, because this might take a while. And of course we got Slam Dunk. And of course this is The Wedding Singer, I believe. This is The Wedding Singer from 1998, Adam Sandler Back when his movies used to be good. I'm not gonna lie, some of his newer movies I actually do kind of like. Like, the only two of his newer movies I actually really liked were That's My Boy and Grown Ups 2. Even though Grown Ups 2 and those movies get a lot of shit, regardless of that, I still think they're funny movies. Regardless, they're guilty pleasures of mine. Wonder Woman. And by the way, this is not the 2017 Wonder Woman. This is the animated Wonder Woman, like from like Cartoon Network, I think it was. And here it is, my other copy of Power Stone. The Journey Continues, or The Search Continues. I actually got this 14 years ago at a Blockbuster back in 2006, and I still have. It still amazes me that I still have this DVD to this very day. Even though I might no longer have the case for it, I still have a loose copy of it, so that's cool. Of course, we got Robot Chicken Season 2, Disc 1. I used to love Robot Chicken. I used to love watching that shit all the time when I used to see on Adult Swim way back when. I still have the Season 3 DVD, but it only has Disc 2 in there now. And this was years before I knew about what's his name being part of that Jeffrey Epstein bullshit. But you know, yeah. Regardless, funny ass show. Slam Dunk 1. Another disc of Breastplate, or whatever that anime is called. And here's another disc of that. Firehouse Dog. This is another one that we had for quite some time. I remember the movie being okay. It was just, not all that, And then the last but not least is Epic Movie. I actually still think this movie is pretty funny even today. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I think this movie's hilarious. So, yeah. That about covers it for my loose DVDs. Now it's time to take a look at my other DVDs. This is the entire series. So first one we got is GTO. This was given to me by my stepdad. He actually really liked this anime series, but I still have yet to see it. I hear so many good things about it. So this is, maybe I might actually watch it after I'm done with this video. But GTO, the teacher Usaki or whatever it's called, the accusations. This is disc 10. Okay, take case 10. Then case 9, this is Field Trips. And then this is disc 8, and disc 8 is Transformations. Disc 7, which is Showbiz. And this is case 6, which is Holy Forest. This is disc 5, which is Betrayal. Disc 4, The Test. Disc 3, Outcasts. Disc 2, case 2, The Bully. And the first ever case, which has the first couple episodes, Great Teacher Osaki, or Osuka, or however you say that name. I don't know. I can't say pretty good Japanese, guys, so I'm just trying my best. But anyway, the GTO series, I definitely gotta give them a watch. But I honestly doubt my PS2 will be able to play that shit. All right, next one we got is, of course, a random anime DVD. I bought this one a while ago in 2017, I want to say. That is Mobile Suit Gundam Disc 3. They're not, and most of these DVDs are random anime, so they're not like the complete series or whatever. They're just random discs from various anime shows. The next one we got is The Guard, Afro Samurai, and some of them are sealed too. Like, this is Macross. I heard Macross is a very good anime. This is just case 4, still sealed in plastic. Master Keaton. Now here's an actual movie. I heard so many good things about it too. I heard this is criminally one of the most underrated movies from Dave Bowie and Jennifer Connelly, and that's Jim Henson's The Labyrinth. I heard this was actually a pretty underrated movie, so yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that soon. Of course, Animage. Alright, we got Cyborg 009, Series 09. Power Stone, the Dangerous Journey. I actually bought this one at a flea market for like $5 in 2016. Tropic Thunder, I recently found this one. I haven't seen this movie in a while. I gotta see it again. This movie was fucking hilarious. I gotta see this movie again. This movie was funny as hell. I know nowadays people try to cancel what's his face because of this movie. Despite how old this movie is now. This movie came out in 2008. That was 12 years ago. And you're gonna fucking bitch and complain about Robert Downey Jr. being racist? Where was the outrage back then when that movie came out? Where was the outrage then? Now you're gonna complain about it? You fucking idiots. Anyway, Tropic Thunder is a pretty funny movie. And yes, I know Robert Downey Jr. is also a part of that Epstein shit, but you know, yeah. Then of course we got Dragon Ball Z. This is before you ask, this is actually not the Funimation version. I believe this is the Ocean dub version because Sean Shamel does not play Goku in this DVD. I've seen a few episodes and most of them were like ripped out of VHS that they burn on this disc or whatever. That's why they got like that grainy VHS sound in the background in some of the episodes on this disc. But I got it. It was only $8. This DVD, this exact DVD, I think is kind of hard to find. Actually, I don't see this one often. So this purchase was kind of uncommon. So yeah. The next one we got is of course The Simpsons, season 1 on DVD. The Simpsons used to be a lot funnier back then. Then we got Superman, the movie. I still have yet to see it. Actually, maybe I've seen bits and pieces of it. I know this was Christopher Reeve's most famous role before he got paralyzed and soon died. Right after. Well, he died in 2004, so I wouldn't say right after. A Little Big League. Have not yet seen this movie, but I remember I got this one at a flea market too. And the next one up is more Dragon Ball Z. This is Kid Buu, the Resurrection, I think. That's what it says. Dragon Ball Z, the movie, The World's Strongest. 8 Crazy Nights, I have it again on here as well. I tried watching it on my PS2, but my PS2 wouldn't let me because it's age restricted. Yeah, I know, it's weird, but whatever. I recently found this though. My Name is Earl. My dad and my brother used to like this show a lot. I never really cared for it much, but I have it. Dragon Ball Z, Tree of Might, and Lord Slug. I had this back in 2014. This is like the only DVD I've seen that's a steelbook. This is a pretty nice looking steelbook too, actually. So yeah, I'm actually kind of glad I got it. I got it for $20 way back when too. Wicked City, which I thought was pretty good. It's from the same people that did Ninja Scroll. In fact, this movie came first, actually. And Wicked City is not a bad movie. I really liked it. Although, I really want to see the Japanese sub version. So, because I think the acting in most Japanese anime, in my opinion, I know this is going to be unpopular to say, but in my opinion, I prefer Japanese subs over English dubs. For some shows, for most shows, most animes. There are some that actually do prefer English dub, like Dragon Ball Z is one I prefer watching English dub in my opinion. That's like one of the few animes I actually don't mind watching the English dub for. The next one we got is I need to get the full series, and luckily eBay has the full series for like $23, the complete series and DVDs. Might actually have to buy it because this is just a random disc, a random case, and that is Blue Gender. Always wanted to watch this anime. According to my uncle, he says this is a good anime, so I'll be the judge of that soon. And last but not least, for stack 1 is NWO The Revolution. I have a couple wrestling DVDs if you haven't seen. All right, let's get that. Hold on, guys. Get that. All right, whatever. All right, now we get to our last two, our two stacks. Ninja Turtles. Oh, by the way, I love this movie a lot. The 1990 Ninja Turtles movie is such a good movie. One of the only few good Ninja Turtles movies ever. The only good Ninja Turtles movie. I know there was Secret of the Ooze. That one was okay. I thought that was a guilty pleasure of mine. It's still not as good as this, but I still liked Secret of the Ooze. I know it's a little bit more goofy compared to this one, but at least it's still better than Part 3. Part 3 was a shit show. Then we got the Betrayal. I think that's what it's called. Betrayal Man. Whatever this anime is called, I have it. Have not watched it yet, but I'll probably give it a try. I don't know. Hopefully, my PS2 will be able to play it. Big O. I heard Big O was a good anime, so I'm gonna have to find time to watch that somewhere. Probably not on DVD, that's for sure. Ghost in the Shell. This is the Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. This is volume 1 of so many. This is an episodic anime, so you know. Rurouni Kenshin, the movie, I believe that's what it's called. But of course, in America, for some reason, it's called Samurai X. I don't know why they call it Samurai X. In reality, it's Rurouni Kenshin. I just got done rewatching episodes 1 and 2 of the original anime. I gotta rewatch them again because when I tried rewatching them on Netflix a while ago, like 2015, I don't know, for some reason I kind of lost interest a little bit and I didn't catch up with any of the episodes after that. I gotta watch the entire series. And this is Vampire Killer. This is still sealed. Vampire Mystery. No, Vampire Killers. Vampire Princess Mystery. I still got this is still sealed, by the way. This has episodes 12, 13, 14. I have not seen this anime. Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles 1987 cartoon with the first 5 episodes on here, as well as a few episodes from the Red Sky episodes. Pretty good series. By the way, James Avery will always be the best shredder because of his voice. Alright, and then we got these here. We'll just show them out here. Fan Dread, the second stage. Now here's an actual movie this time. Another actual movie. This is Spider-Man 2. I already have this movie on Blu-ray, but I bought this one last year at Salvation Army for about $1. No, it was like $2 or $3 or something at Salvation Army. And at the time, I didn't have the Blu-ray copy yet. I really wanted to watch this movie again. I've rewatched this movie so many times because before I bought it in 2019, the last time I saw this movie was in 2005 or 2007, right around there. After that, and of course, I saw it again. This is such a good movie. This movie still holds up very well even to this day. I feel like the best one out of the entire Sam Raimi trilogy. Part 1 was pretty good, but this is better than Part 1. And Part 3 was just a disappointing sack of shit. But, you know, despite that, it's such a good movie. I highly recommend it. Kim Possible, the not-so-drama movie. Yes, I even have this movie on DVD. And I'm not gonna lie, growing up as a kid, like back in the 2000s, I wasn't really so much a fan of Disney Channel. I was really more of a Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon kid back then, because I feel like most of those shows on there appealed more to me than Disney Channel. But every once in a while, I would tune into Disney Channel to see shows like, of course, Kim Possible, American Dragon, Jake Long, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. What else was another show I used to like watching on there? The Proud Family, The Proud Family, and Dave the Barbarian, and some other ones. But even though most of the shows, most of the other shows from like way back when, there were some shows back then I couldn't stand as well. Like That's So Raven, I never really got into that show. I know people liked it, but I honestly never really cared for it that much. Then there was Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, which that show kind of felt like a Ren and Stimpy ripoff. Kind of. Not really, but there were times where I got like some Ren and Stimpy vibes, but not in a good way. But anyway, and also one more show I actually didn't really care for that much back then either was the Buzz on Mackie, you know that show where there's a bug who wanted to be a rock star who so happens to be voiced by Jessica DeChico. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Back to here. This is an alright movie. I will say this is better than the 2019 movie we got last year. Oh, that was just terrible, but this movie was pretty good. The next one we got is another anime DVD, Apple Seeds. I still have yet to see it. I actually got this for $10 at a swap meet before COVID shut everything down. Yes, I actually went to a swap meet just a few days before the COVID shutdown, or the pandemic, as you like to call it. But anyway, Apple Seeds, I have to see it. So yeah, I might make time to see it. This is Agent Samoa. How do you? I don't know how you say this anime, but I have it, so I've yet to see it. Rune. Again, have yet to see it. Dragon Ball Z again. And of course, Dragon Ball Z Cell Game Surrender. And of course, another Rugrats related thing I got on DVD. Rugrats Decades and Diapers. This only has like some random episodes. Like the episodes that are on here is I'm trying to find the episode list. I don't get it. This is a Decade in Diapers DVD that came out at around 2001 when the series was celebrating its 10th anniversary at the time. Like I forgot to mention the Rugrats All Grown Up special that you saw earlier that on VHS. That special was made to commemorate the 10th anniversary of Rugrats because way before SpongeBob, this was one of Nickelodeon's most popular shows at the time. Again, before SpongeBob, and it was a good show. I loved this show as a kid, and I still kind of do to this day. I still gotta rewatch some of the episodes. But I will admit the first 3 seasons will always be the shit because the first 3 seasons from 91 to 94 will always be the fucking shit. But I still gotta see the I also bought this too because it has the unaired pilot from 1990s on this disc, as well as volume 1 of the VHS. Yes, there was also a VHS release of it, but split into 2 volumes. So yeah, I don't know how the fuck that works, but anyway. This next one, you might laugh at me a little bit because I actually saw this show and I actually don't think this show is as bad. I don't think this was a bad show. This was actually one of the best shows Nickelodeon has had in years. But I have it. But a little bit recently, like I want to say like when season 4 started, I kind of lost interest in it because I felt like the formula was the same shit over and over and over again. And that is, of course, the Loud House. Don't get me wrong, this is still a good show. My biggest complaint with this show now is that, look, I get it. You want to teach kids moral values and stuff. I get that. But if you're going to, like, make that, like, a formula for, like, every fucking episode, don't you think people are going to lose interest in that shit? Be like, this is, what the fuck? This is the same shit over and over and over again. It's a pretty repetitive formula where it's like basically the plot line like over and over and over again. I kind of lost interest in the show after a while. But when I watched that special that's supposed to come out where Lincoln supposedly goes to middle school, I don't know. We'll see about that. But anyway, the episodes I have on here are, of course, dude, I need to really see the episode list. All right, there we go. Episode list. Disc 1 has Left in the Dark, Get the Message, Heavy Meddling, Making the Case, Driving Miss Hayes, No Guts, No Glory, The Sweet Spot, Tales of Two Tables, Project Loudhouse, Intense Debate, Sound of Silence, Space Invaders. There's Space Invader, a reference to the title arcade game. Very good game, by the way. Picture Perfect, Undie Pressure. And then for this too, there's Link and Swim, which has like a bunch of characters from past Nickelodeon shows make a reference in that episode as background characters. Fun fact about that. Changing the Baby, Overnight Success, Tides That Bind, Hand-Me Downer, Self Consequences, Butterfly Effect, The Greenhouse, Along Came a Sister, Chore in Peace, For Bros About to Rock. It's a loud house, and that's really about it actually. I would probably recommend it if you want to feel like some Nickelodeon nostalgia. If you want to see some good shit that's not like fucking bullshit on there. I'm not gonna lie, man. I really missed the good old days of both Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, man. Back when both channels had really good shows, man. They had like really kick-ass shows, like Nickelodeon, like Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, Dog, and you get the idea. Alright, the next DVD we got is The Scorpion King. This was an alright movie. I used to love this movie as a kid, and I still do to this day, actually. I bought this at a Goodwill for a couple bucks. And also, this is the only one you should get. I heard that I have never even gotten the time to watch the sequels because I heard the sequels were pretty shitty, but the movie is still pretty good. Even though a lot of people gave it shit back in the day. Regardless, I still love this fucking movie. So Scorpion King, all-time classic. But don't play the game. The game is shit, though. The next one we got is some Yu Yu Hakusho DVDs. Let me just pull this shit out here. We got, one of them is still sealed. This is Yu Yu Hakusho Dangerous Games. Yu Yu Hakusho, Ghost Files, Yusuke Lost, Yusuke Found. And Yu Yu Hakusho, Artifacts of Darkness. And of course we got an Orphan DVD, which I still have yet to see Orphan. I really want to see that anime, actually. The Rise and Fall of ECW. This is such a good wrestling DVD. Really good. It tells you the history of ECW. Like, you know, it even talks about that one incident that happened in 1996 where, like, a 17-year-old was wrestling New Jack. And, you know, of course, he got fucked up. I've seen the footage, and yeah, that fat fucker got fucked up. I heard even 6 years after that, he died in 2002. Like, literally, like, 6 years to the... Maybe 6 years to the day that happened, probably. I don't know his backstory behind that, but well, I'm gonna have to do some research on that. Next up we got is Killjoy. I've never got the time to see it. I only bought this at Goodwill around Halloween 2016, or not on Halloween, but around there. And I have still yet to see it. You can probably see it on Tubi for, you know, for like along with the sequels. I even know this thing was popular. Next one we got is Jackass #2. This is such a good movie. I know there's part 3 and all the Jackass movies are pretty good, and they're gonna come out with a part 4 as soon as this pandemic is over. But anyway, if you're a fan of Jackass, you need to see this movie. This movie is the fucking tits. I love this movie a lot. Then we're down to our last final DVD stack, which we got Perfect Cell, Hunt for 18, Perfect Cell, Unstoppable, Kid Buu, Vegeta's Plea, Perfect Cell, Temptations, and then that's about it. Then we got Dot Hack, Legend of Twilight. I know about the Dot Hack game, so I have yet to see the anime. Oh, this next one is gonna bring some pedophilia for you guys. Like, it's gonna be fucking weird. This is called Plastic Little. This is just an OVA, I believe. That's only lasted like one episode, I think. But here's the real weird thing about this. Some of the characters here are like freaking like 16 years old and shit, and you see their titties on screen. Like, their titties, you see their nipples and everything. No boobs, no censors. And yes, they're 16-year-olds. They play with each other's titties, and yeah, I only saw this thing once, and I never want to see it again because of that. I feel so dirty after watching that scene. I feel like the FBI probably would have came to my house if that was the case, but you know. But yeah, Plastic Little. Yeah, I honestly didn't really like it very much anyway. Pilot Candidate, have not seen it. Maybe I'll give it a watch. The Grudge, all I gotta say about that is it's an alright. It's an alright movie, but I heard the remake was terrible that came out back in January, but maybe I might see it. It's done by Sarah Mitchell Galern. I don't know what she does nowadays, but you know, I'm pretty sure it can't be good. Then of course we got Devil Hunter Yayoko. Fun fact, the only reason why I picked this anime up was because there was a Mega Drive game that was actually based on this anime. And I heard the Mega Drive game was actually okay, actually. So I do want to give that Mega Drive game a shot one day. Or maybe I'll give it a shot on emulator. On the Mega Drive that the game is so happened to be based on, like the anime that so happened to be based on for the game, is actually just called Devil Hunter. Or it's just called, yeah, I think it's just called Devil Hunter for the Mega Drive. But anyway, I've seen a couple episodes on here. From what I've seen, it's not bad actually. It's the complete collection, or so they say it is. Yeah, Devil Hunter Yayoko. Actually not a bad anime. Then we got Galaxy Rangers. This is probably not anime related because the animation looks kind of American. But despite that, it's actually done by TMS. I believe TMS was actually involved with this show too, actually. And they're also the same people that did the Virtual Fighter anime as well, and some others. And by the way, I did see a couple episodes of the Virtual Fighter anime. good anime. There's like 35 episodes, but the problem with that is that Tubi, for whatever reason, Tubi only has 24 episodes, but the remaining 10, I feel like the remaining 10 of the English dub versions or the Japanese subtitle versions of that anime, like of those last remaining episodes, I feel like they're lost. I mean, you can still find them, but you're not gonna find the English or Japanese sub version. You're gonna find the Spanish versions of those episodes. Which those Spanish versions of those episodes are on Daily Motion. If you want to find them, you can just look them up and they'll be there. Which I think that's kind of odd or whatever, but yeah, kudos. Orphan, the third Talesman. Again, more Orphan. And Orphan Mysterion. This is Cyberbusters, Tokyo 2040. Still yet to see this. Jason Goes to Hell. I don't know the name of this anime, but I got it for $2.99 on the others. Alright, let's get this motherfucking shit out here. Then we got, I can't say the name of this anime because it's kind of hard pronouncing Japanese, but I have it. Hellsing, I hear, is a very good one. It's not really like as gory. It's probably a gory anime, but I have yet to see it. I heard so many good things about it. Hellsing. This only has Order 1, 2, and 3. Only has 3 episodes. And of course we got Neo Rangan, A God Is Risen. Nacho Libre, funny ass movie. Then we got Robot Chicken Season 3. And we got Biohunter Special Edition. And last but not least for our DVDs, we got the complete series of The Chappelle Show. All I gotta say right now is The Chappelle Show was the funniest fucking shit I ever saw on TV back in the day. My favorite skit from this show was the one where they're like in an office, like they want to do like an office like parody commercial or whatever, and for like a training session video or whatever, but they want to make it like as shitty as possible, so fucking shitty that they got like fucking chocolate doo-doo all over the fucking toilet, make it look messy as fuck, man. I'm not gonna lie. To this day, that skit still makes me laugh hard as fuck, man. But no, seriously, go watch this shit, dude. You will not regret it. The Chappelle Show is a fucking awesome show. I love this show a lot, so go give it a watch. Alright, and then last but not least is our Blu-ray collection, and one 4K Blu-ray. And the only reason why I have this is because my Xbox One X actually plays 4K Blu-ray. So, without further ado, let's get started. For our first one we got for Blu-rays, Joaquin Phoenix's The Joker. This is such a good movie that I had to get it physical. I feel like I had to own this movie physically, but this is the only 4K copy of anything I ever owned. But this is a good movie. Highly recommend it. Avengers Endgame. Oh my gosh, what do I need to say about this movie that hasn't already been said? Such a good movie, and this is the only MCU movie that I actually do have. But yeah, this is such a good movie, so I highly recommend you give it a shot. This is now like my #1 favorite superhero movie of all time, man. This is such a good movie. Give it a watch. And before Avengers Endgame came out, this used to be my #1 favorite superhero movie of all time. No, of course, before that came out, and that is, of course, Spider-Man 2. What do I need to say? You already know what I need to say about Spider-Man 2 because you already saw it on my DVD collection as you've seen earlier. So yeah, Spider-Man 2, like I said again, such a good movie, the best in the Sam Raimi trilogy, and of course the first Sam Raimi movie, which I own on Blu-ray. Good film. Punisher Warzone, which is alright. Epic was alright. I saw it once, but I never saw it again. I'm gonna have to give it a watch. Alright, then we got Freddy vs. Jason, pretty good crossover movie. Dead Space Downfall, still have yet to see it. Pulp Fiction, one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies of all time. Once again, I know Quentin Tarantino is a part of that Jeffrey Epstein bullshit, but you know what can you do? But anyway, Pulp Fiction, such a good movie. I had to pick it up, man. I had to pick it up, man. This is such a good movie. I have not seen Reservoir Dogs, so I heard that's a good movie too. But this is such a good movie, man. such time and care went into this movie. So yeah, if you don't have this movie on Blu-ray, what's wrong with you, man? You need to go pick it up, man. This is such a good movie. Awesome movie. Of course, we got Predator Triple Pack, Conan the Destroyer, and Conan the Barbarian. Fun fact, the Michael, I believe that's what his name, Michael, the guy who voiced Aku in the original Samurai Jack series, is actually the guy that helps Conan in here. He's actually a character in this movie too. May Michael rest in peace. But anyway, such a good movie. Oh, I also forgot to mention too, the Phil Lamar, who's the voice of Samurai Jack, is also, what's his name, from Pulp Fiction as well. So I thought you guys knew about that too. Phil Lamar is actually in Pulp Fiction. And of course we got Terminator 2 Judgment Day. This is another good movie. I used to have the first movie on Blu-ray a long time ago, but I let my brother borrow it one day and I never saw that Blu-ray again. And that's the same thing that happened with another Blu-ray I'm going to show you in a minute. So yeah, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, such a good movie. Then we got King Kong vs. Godzilla. This is a good movie too. This is the only Godzilla and only King Kong movie I got. This movie is pure cheese, but I love it. Pure 60s cheese, but I love it. And by the way, this is the US version. You won't get the Japanese version on here, because I am aware in the Japanese version Godzilla wins, but in the US version King Kong wins. So yeah. So yeah, King Kong vs. Godzilla. Pure 60s cheese. Pure 60s cheese, but I love it. Then we got Ratatouille. I haven't seen this one in years. I'm gonna have to watch it again. Good movie. And then of course we got Akira, the 25th anniversary edition. This is such a good anime movie, man. I love this movie a lot. This, Ninja Scroll, and Vampire Hunter D are like some of my favorite anime movies of all time, man. You need to see these movies, man. Akira is such a masterpiece. I will admit, if you're gonna see this movie, I'm not gonna lie. There's some parts of the movie that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But regardless of that, if you don't mind that, then this is such a good movie to watch. You need to watch this shit. Good, awesome movie. And of course we got Family Guy, Something Dark Side, the second Family Guy Star Wars parody that I own. I do have Blue Harvest, but that one doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. And also another sad thing about this too is that I actually bought this actually came in the collector's edition style like packaging, because there was a collector's edition of this. I got this Christmas 2009, and it used to come with a lunchbox and a T-shirt, which I don't have those anymore, unfortunately. But Family Guy, Something Dark Side, you know, pretty good. Like Water for Chocolate. This is still sealed, as you can see. Have not seen it, but maybe I might watch it soon. Dante's Infernos. I've actually seen it on online, and it's a good movie. Notorious B.I.G. I got this at a Big Lots for $5 back in 2015. This was an alright movie. It might not have been exactly accurate as how Biggie Smalls was going through this shit when he was alive, but if you're a big fan of Notorious B.I.G., then give this one a watch. Actually, it's actually pretty good. I only got it for $5. Redline, I've still yet to see it. Hangover Part 2, such a good movie. Such one of the best hangovers. Part 1 was pretty good, but Part 2 is definitely better. I heard Part 3 was the weakest one of the bunch, but regardless, you still need to see Hangover Part 2, man. This is such a funny-ass movie. I love this movie a lot. I Am Legend. I need to see this one again. I haven't seen it in years. But all I gotta say, this is such a good movie. Dark Knight. Another movie I have to see again, because this is such a good movie. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Even though, don't get me wrong, I love the Joker. I love Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I think he's a pretty good Joker. I'm still going to say Heath Ledger has to be the best Joker we ever had. And it's unfortunate that this was Heath Ledger's final role before he died of a drug overdose in 2008, unfortunately. So this was his last movie he ever did. And this is such a good movie, man. This movie is so fucking amazing. You need to watch this movie. One of the best Batman movies of all time. Seriously. I don't own Batman Begins or Batman Returns. No, I don't own Batman Begins or Dark Knight Rises, but I need to get those soon. Of course, we got Batman Returns. Pretty good movie. I like this one. Not as good as I would say this movie and the first Batman movie with Tim Burton, the first Tim Burton Batman movie. But Batman Returns is pretty good. It has a pretty unique style. A little fun fact: originally, Robin was supposed to be in Batman Returns, and he was actually gonna be played by one of the Wayans brothers. I don't remember which one, but he was actually supposed to be played by one of them in an earlier draft of the script. But at the last minute, he was cut from the final movie. And another fun fact too is that also originally, McDonald's was actually supposed to do a toy line for this, like a Happy Meal toy line for Batman Returns to promote the movie. But I guess because of the movie's somewhat somewhat violent scenes or whatever, even though it's not a gory movie or anything like that. I will say maybe the reason why, maybe because they saw that scene where the Penguin, Danny DeVito, was biting the guy's nose off and blood was coming out of the guy's nose, and they were all like, yeah, fuck that shit, we're not making a Happy Meal kids meal toy on this shit. So yeah, that ended up getting canceled right there. I mean, I wasn't alive back then, so I don't know what that would have been like, but anyway. But yeah, Batman Returns is such a good, alright movie. Pretty good. I will say it's also better than both Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. I haven't seen Batman Forever in a while, but I know Batman and Robin was the worst superhero movie ever. And of course, we got Batman '89, based on the first Tim Burton movie. This is also such another good movie. I have to see this one again, man. This one is also very good. Then we're only down to 2 more movies left, which is this one. It's Ghostbusters. No, I know what you're gonna say. I know there's gonna be Ghostbusters Afterlife that's gonna come out once the pandemic is over. But here's a little funny story. At one time, I let my brother borrow this and Terminator, and for a while, I wasn't able to see this Blu-ray again until recently when he gave me most of his stuff when he was working on this room. I got this back, and I also got Terminator back, but the first movie. But the thing is, with the first Terminator movie, the Blu-ray was not in there, and it's just the case. But I'm like, whatever. But anyway, if I didn't have this, I would have bought the 35th anniversary 4K Blu-ray release, because the reason for this was because in that release, they actually brought back the fucking cemetery scene that was cut from the original movie. Of course, this one doesn't, because this is the 25th anniversary release that came out in 2009 or whatever. But regardless, this is such a classic movie. Highly recommend you give this one a watch. Ghostbusters is such a good movie. Yeah, and of course, I've seen the real Ghostbusters from 1986. That was from Deke Animation. That's also a good show. If you're gonna watch that show, only watch the episodes that have Lorenzo. Basically, just watch the first 2 seasons, which has, Lorenzo Music as Peter Venkman, Arsenio Hall as Winston Sedmore, and of course Laura Summers as Janine. And even when season 3 started, they replaced Lorenzo Music, the voice of Garfield at the time. They replaced his ass with, I don't know, Uncle Joey, aka Dave Coulier from Full House. I mean, Dave Coulier can be an alright actor, but Peter Venkman, he is not, though. I'm sorry. Every time I hear Dave Coulier's Peter Venkman, all I hear is not only himself as Uncle Joey from Full House, but I also feel like he's doing an impression more of Caddyshack Murray than he does Ghostbusters Murray. And yes, once again, Bill Murray's a part of that Epstein bullshit. What else is new at this point, right? But anyway, yeah, get this one to watch if you can. I know there's part 2. I know not a lot of people like part 2. I thought part 2 was okay. I will say it is better than that 2016 Ghostbusters, which I still have yet to see. I don't know if I really want to see it. Maybe I will, just for shits and giggles one day. And last but most certainly not least is The Sorcerer and the White Snake. Have yet to see it. And just like that, you guys, that about covers it for my entire movie collection, guys. So yeah, this is everything I got. This is Mega Drive Adam here, signing out. Will you please excuse me? I'm about to clean this shit off. Good night, guys. Peace.